Always so early. How's it going since the 3 hours it's been since I've seen you? Fine, I guess. Well, better than everything taking a nosedive, I suppose. Mom, yeah, what are you doing? Hi. Wonderful kitty cat, come here. Hello, little bean. Should we say hi? Look! Oh, hi, Mama. Oh, hi, Andrew. I have a kitty cat with me. She has decided she needs to be super snuggly right now. Right. Mwah. Oh. Oh, hello. You got that good happy face going. That no one can see because your face is a little void. Mwah. Hello, Ella. Welcome. Yeah, we got our stinky cat. Can I put you down? Do you want to stay in my lap? Oh, don't pull on the cord, though. Mama. There you go. Is this what you would like? No, it's Lamia. Hi. Oh. Sweet baby. Oh, and there's Farley. Hi, kiddo. Why are you all coming here now? I've barely seen you at all today. Stinky kitty cats. Also, Spotify, why are you looking so dumb? Let's just fix you right quick. There we go. That's better. Okay. Hi, music. Hi. I wish you could see her. She's like shoving her face into my hand. Hi. Can I put you down now? I kind of need my lap. Yeah, chomp. Go get snuggled up under the desk, kitty cat. Go, llama, go! Well, hey guys, how's it going? No, you can't come up. I'm sorry. Oh, there she goes. Bye. Alright. I suppose we can get started with our wonderful, wonderful corpse party. Doing good. I got over the film already. Good. Good. That was a lot of fun. I had a good time with that. I'm excited for when we do it again. Hi, game. Hold on a second. I should probably plug in my controller, shouldn't I? No, you can't attack it, Lamia! You beast! Please, plug in. Ugh, there we go. Hey! That's not for you! You've got a toy elsewhere. What'd you do with it? Huh? Okay, there we go. How does the game sound? Is it too loud? I can never tell. Is she playing with your wires? Yes. I had to plug in my controller, or I had to plug the controller back into my my tower because I unplugged it earlier. One of the games I was playing like was freaking out about having it in, whatever. And she needed to attack it, but she has toys elsewhere. She's gonna act like she doesn't have any toys. Also game capture. Hey. Why aren't you capturing the game like you were doing earlier? Thinking about it? Oh, are you doing this shit again? Okay, hold on just a second. I'm gonna exit, and then I'm gonna relaunch. And if it doesn't work, I will... Sometimes the game captures once you make the game your active window again. Yeah, I mean, that's not super unheard of. Whoa, where are you going, game? Stay there. Now fix your resolution. Okay, well, you thought about it. Yeah, I'd like gone back into the game and then it was just like, no, we're not gonna acknowledge the fact that it exists. And I swear to God, Farley, if you eat her food, I'm gonna turn you into a hat. Get going. Farts. Anywho. Oh, are you not gonna turn on controller? Hey. I mean, if not, I can... Oh, you're not gonna work today. Okay. Keyboard it is, I guess. See if I can, figure out the controls for it. Thinking about it? No, you're just done. Okay. Well, that was a good try. Up there you go. Farley would make a good hat. I have no other threats against this child. He a big boy. He's got a fluffy tail. He would make a very good hat. Don't mind us. It's fine. Very cute and very warm. Yes, this is correct, Ella. Who the fuck is Sayaka? Are we playing the right game? Anyway, we're just gonna jump right back into Corpse Party Book of Shadows. We are on the 4th chapter. It's the one called Purgatory. Pretty sure it's the 4th chapter. Assuming I can math properly. But, yeah. Our friendship will last forever. It will never die. That's what you think. My mind was in a daze. The lights on the ceiling were spinning, moving in and out of one another, alternating between hazy and distinct and forming spiral patterns in my eyelids. I was being jerked along the ground by my legs like a heavy sack of rocks. I could feel every step he took vibrate across my entire body. Yikes. But I couldn't do anything to stop it. I could no longer move of my own accord. I just kept getting dragged, inch by inch, across that filthy floor. Then, eventually, he stopped and threw me down, and I rolled hard onto my face. I was helpless before him. Candy! That piece of chocolate had fallen out of my pocket. I was pretty sure it did anyway. And I wasn't about to let anyone else have it. Give it back, you bastard! The large man took my crumpled form and roughly flipped me back over by the legs, as if I were nothing more than a doll to him. I was facing him from the middle of the hallway as he readied his enormous hammer and looked right into my eyes. Woof. She ate the bag of pills! Just throw some glitter on it, it'll be fine. Sayaka sounds familiar though? I mean, the only Sayaka that I can think of off the top of my head is from Danganronpa, but yeah, I don't know in relation to Corpse Party. I guess we'll find out. Or maybe we won't. She might not be important. She might be dying here in a moment. Was this it? Was I gonna be killed now? Please God, no. I was terrified, but not entirely. After all, she's coming to save me. Naho's— oh, right! Sayaka was Naho's friend, the one that, oh, well. Yeah, the one that Naho dragged, into Heavenly Host with. She'll always come. She's my friend. You were right. Good job, Ella. Hmm? That death scream, though. Oh, hi. Get out of here, Sachiko. Yeah, alright. My name is Sayaka Uyu. I'm a junior at Paulownia? Woo, partay. Right, this is very much a mood switch. I'm just a normal girl, but my job conflicts with my studies, so I don't go to school all that often. And this was the first day I had free in a while, so I called out my friend Naho, and we spent the whole day together having a blast. The last event on our schedule was a Twinkle Girls concert. They play every so often at a local venue called Club Beta, and they're all so incredibly cute. I try to catch them whenever I can. Recently, Twinkle had been performing on evening request shows, and they'd been getting more and more attention. As well they should, you know. Oh, wowie. I joined them on a program a few times myself, and the group and I like to keep in touch through tweets and texts. Yeah! Can we stop now? Dances. My eyes met with Naho's, and we both put our hands in the air, like we just didn't care. Oh my god. So cute! Thanks, Sayaka. Twinkle's the best. I think I'm in love. Right? Aren't they awesome? I mean, their moves in that last song. Oh, I remember. Check it. Check this out. Whoa, you've got it down, girl. Though, I think your hip movements are a teensy bit off. Yes, they really did just say. Outside Club Beta, after the show, fans were hanging around the street corner, immersed in the lingering rhythm of the music. I wanted to ride that wave myself, but didn't like the idea of blocking the road in the process, so Naho and I just pranced our way back to the station. I want to go to a concert. Hey, check it out! I bought a towel! Naho began waving around a towel she'd bought at the merchandise booths after the show. She looked like a matador taunting a pop idol. What? The new #1 fan. That's excellent. I'll have to buy one next time myself. Oh, it's still only 9. Hey, Sayaka, what say we drop by Gus on the way back? Come on, let's get ourselves some sweets to eat. Sounds pretty sweet to me. Lead on. Oh no. Is this whole chapter gonna be puns? I knew the candy was gonna be from this day. Lol. Give me a strawberry milk flan special, please. Whatever it was Naho had ordered, it sounded completely alien to me. The heck is that? Sounds super sugary. Something that'll put me in 7th heaven, that's what. It's covered in milk and ridiculously delicious. This is Naho Sainoki. We're in the same school, same year, and same class. Our backgrounds are sort of similar and, well, we talk all the time and eat together and stuff. But most of all, just look how cute she is! When we're together, she even makes a gal like me all wobbly. I love this little lady. What is happening? I haven't been drinking long enough to deal with this, hold on. Point is, it's good, and you're welcome to try some if you'd like. Why, thank you. As for me, I believe I'll go with the butterful pancakes. Coming right up. They do say girls shouldn't ingest a lot of calories after 9 at night, but hell, we hadn't eaten anything all day, so I figured why not indulge a little. Nope. Naho was gazing longingly at her towel while singing the melody to one of Twinkle's songs. She's usually a really cool and collected person, so I bet her classmates would flip out if they saw her like this. It was only when the two of us were alone together that she let loose with this feline-like personality of hers, and it always made me feel really special. You sure seemed like you had a great time. I'm glad you could join me. Someone message Emmy and let her know that Naho's on the screen. Naho slowly raised her head up and looked into my eyes. And wow, what a gaze that girl had. I felt like I could lose myself in those perfect peepers. Something wrong? I'm worried about you, Sayaka. You haven't been getting enough rest lately, have you? I'd completely hidden my fatigue, but Naho somehow saw right through me. I could never keep anything from her. Perfect peepers, right? What? Yeah, I haven't really had weekends these last 2 months. Nice alliteration. Voice acting, soap operas, online radio. Yeah, I can definitely see the problem. I'll bet you're one to talk, though. Radio, ghost hunts, and... Oh yeah, aren't you supposed to be in a movie, too? Totally jelly, by the way. I'm just an extra. I'll be sitting behind, Takumu Saito, eating French food. Hooray for me. I didn't announce that yet, though. Where'd you hear about it? Oh, on Mr. Taguchi's blog, of course. He wrote a ton about it, all in boldface, and he told everybody to cheer you on as loud as they could. Oy vey. Her expression twisted into an exaggerated blah pose, and she sprawled out across the table. Can't say anything around that guy. For a while, I gazed at Naho, who had placed her chin on the table and puffed out her cheeks. Not sure how to break the silence, I tried switching subjects. Oh, hey, Naho! For my next radio show, I'm doing a special on scary stories. Huh? The deflated Naho suddenly re-inflated. Guess I'd piqued her interest. Oy vey. Right. The dialogue for this chapter is killing me. You've got a great voice, and I'd love to have you as a guest speaker. You can be my expert, commenting on ghost stories submitted by listeners. Her head still glued to the table, Naho fell deep into thought. She seemed oddly concerned. I couldn't miss a momentary twinkle in her eye, though. Success! I just needed to rebake the line, and she was as good as caught. Come on, please? For me? My listeners know we're friends, and I get a lot of messages asking me why you haven't been on the show yet. You'd be a big hit for sure. But more than anything, I really just want to see what it's like to co-host a show with my bestest buddy, Naho. Meow, meow. Oh, she mewed. She was showing interest. It wouldn't take much to get her to pounce on this old yarn, now. What is happening? I don't like this version of Naho. Meow. Come on. Meow. This is a thing that just sort of happened between us sometimes. She turned into a cat, and I play the part of her master. Emmy is missing out. There's some fancy cat food in it for you if you say yes. What's that supposed to mean exactly? Kinky, right? Sometimes she just turns into a kitty cat and then I'm her master. It's fine. I'll treat you at Cafe Kilfe no? Sound good? Naho's face lit up. Okay, I'll do it. Yeah! Thank you, I love you, Naho. Meow. Why are you hissing at me? I did it! I got in the green light. My smile couldn't have been bigger at that moment. What is going on? Naho's popularity had exploded recently, so she'd been having a hard time managing all the requests she'd been getting to appear on other radio shows. I'd been hoping to get a chance to tie our work together at some point, but I never imagined it'd be this easy. So with that out of the way, we sat back and enjoyed the hell out of our butterful pancakes and strawberry milk flan special. And before we knew it, it was past 10. Naho and I stood up and started down the road home, giggling and chatting the whole way. So, Naho, when are you going to school again? Planned on it tomorrow. I've been ditching class a lot for work, but they said I should at least show up to hand in my report. Oh, okay. You're gonna have to turn it in too, you know. They'll be asking for it next time you're there. Ugh, really? Well, whatever. It's just a report. It'll work itself out if I stay up all night. Oh, hey, you want to stop in and grab Kibiki's new book? You've been dying to read it, right? And his place is on the way, so... Oh, yes, please. Okay, then. Right, this way then, madam. Naho's house was literally on the way home for me. Or rather, Mr. Kibiki's house, since that's where she'd been staying for the last little while. That is scandalous! I am uncomfortable with this situation. Due to various circumstances, Naho had been commuting to school from here rather than living with her parents. Supposedly, she moved in to study under Mr. Kibiki, like his Padawan. She was always willing to go that extra mile, and I always admired that about her. Kibiki, I'm home! Welcome back. Not too cold out, I trust. Nah. Ah, hello. You must be... I was nervous as he looked me over, but he had very kind eyes. Man was he ever hot. And man, was he ever hot. Like old school Japanese style hot. I don't look at those eyes and think kind. Good evening. It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is Sayaka Oyu. I bowed quickly and Mr. Kibiki flashed a gentle smile. I'm Kibiki. Thanks for always looking after Naho. She talks about you quite a lot. I'm so glad. I've also heard a lot about you, Mr. Kibiki. A laundry list of failed publications, no doubt. Oh no, that's not true at all. Hey, Sayaka, since you're here, why don't you stay for tea or something? Kibiki bought some really amazing second flush Darjeeling. Those eyes do not look good. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thinks that. Even when he's smiling, it's like, no, no. Well, I kind of felt like I was being put on the spot. I mean, it was already late, and I doubted Mr. Kibiki was too keen on playing host. You don't mind, do you, Kibiki? Of course not. Though you'd best give your family a call and let them know where you are. You wouldn't want to worry them after all. Thank you very much. I hope it isn't too much trouble. Please, make yourself at home. Twinsies. Right, though? Dude's got a killer smile. It was easy to see why Naho got so into him. Alright then, come on in. Okay. In front of Kibiki, Naho returned to her usual cool self. After calling home, I passed nervously through the living room, feeling a bit like I was imposing. That's because you are Sayaka. Let's be real. But what a living room it was! The furnishings were a fusion of Japanese and Vietnamese styles, and everything just looked really posh and inviting. This place is incredible! Go ahead and leave your bag over there. And please, get comfortable. I'll put on the Darjeeling. Oh, thank you very much. Thanks, Kibiki. It's no problem at all. I was looking to drink some myself, in fact. Kibiki then disappeared into another room, his smile never once fading. A total dreamboat all the way. I'm uncomfortable with these young girls thirsting after this older man. Naho gestured for me to sit, so I cautiously plopped myself down on an expensive-looking sofa. Whoa, I'm sinking! And I guess more it's just the fact that he's not putting his foot down and being like, this is inappropriate. That's weird to me. Sayaka, just relax, okay? I'm gonna go hit the little girl's room. Just hit it, though. We're not actually gonna use it. We're just gonna go punch it and then come back. Okay, I'll be napping, here when you get back. Go for it. Now I began walking out of the room, chuckling at my swiftly sinking form. Mere moments later, though... Everyone thirsts after biggest brother. He's the oldest man. Is Kibiki biggest brother? I think he's a bit too much of a scrub to be... Also, eek. That sure caught me by surprise. I turned in the direction of the scream, concerned. God, Taguchi! Lock the damn door when you're in there! Oh, Jesus. Sorry, Naho! I heard the door slam shut with incredible force. So that was the infamous Mr. Taguchi, huh? No love lost between those two, it seemed. The nerve of that guy. Having peeked out to check on Naho, Mr. Kibiki again withdrew his wide-eyed face to the kitchen. Again, not how I would describe how this man looks! Laughing softly. I swear, I could look at him all day. How many mouths does he have? That's a big giveaway if they're biggest brother or not. Oh no. I think he's just got the one. As far as I'm aware. Oh no. I hate the fact that the lore of biggest brother just gets worse and worse every time he is mentioned. Trying to savor each single droplet of the deep crimson liquid in my cup, I slowly and carefully imbibed the tea that was placed before me. Whatever blend Kibiki had brewed bore a flavor unlike anything else I'd ever tasted. It's wonderful! Excellent. I'm glad you like it. It's got such a complex taste and aroma. I always thought all black tea was the same, but then at my house, we only have the kind that comes in tea bags. There's nothing wrong with that, with tea that comes in bags. It's gotten quite good these days, in fact. This is just the way I'm used to drinking it. It really is delicious, Mr. Kibiki. Oh, that's way too many mouths to be biggest brother. No! Tad, no! Isn't it about time for you to go home, Taguchi? Oh, come on, Naho. Don't be like that. Taguchi may have been her elder, but he was completely outmatched by Naho. Those two had a pretty fascinating relationship all their own. Actually, you know, I do have a rental video to return by the end of the day, so I guess I should probably be leaving after all. Bro, it's like 11 at night! What do you mean? Okay. More porn. What? No! What do you mean by more? Anyway, if you'll excuse me. Bro, why rent it when you can just... Oh no. Techno break! Death by Fap! Naho faced Mr. Taguchi and posed as if she were shooting a beam of light at him, like some kind of legally unnameable masked superhero. I'll see you tomorrow, Mr. Kibiki. You too, Naho. Actually, I'm going to school tomorrow, so no, you won't. Oh, really? That's a surprise. You just keep on keeping on, Taguchi. Rock those 29 years of insubstantial accomplishments. Man, you're ruthless. Taguchi staggered to the door and vanished into the outside world, utterly defeated. Watching from next to me, Mr. Kibiki simply waved his hand and smiled. I should probably be going too. Thank you very much for your hospitality. My pleasure. I'm sorry we couldn't offer you anything more. Oh, please. Well, Taguchi's gone. He got a pretty good head start, so I don't think you have to worry about running into him. Wow, you are ruthless. You're welcome back anytime. Please, be careful on your way home. What does fat mean? Basically, he's jerking off, essentially. Also, I'm drinking, Dr. Pepper and Black Velvet rum? Whiskey? I don't know what Black Velvet is anymore. Whiskey. It's great. Like I said earlier, I had this, like, moment of, like, dread for the rest of the week. And then I stopped and was like, actually, I can get drunk at any point that I want to now. Nothing is stopping me. That's a problem. O is correct. It's a good thing I'm, like, super broke. Also, what is the shiny thing on top of his house? This right here. Do you see this? What is this? Why is that one part of his roof super shiny? I want it. A peephole? Oh no! It wouldn't shock me. I stepped out from Kibiki's lovely home, and Naho walked me to the corner. The air felt crisp and cool against my cheeks. It had been a positively lovely day all around. Before parting ways, I lent Naho one of the Twinkle CDs I had in my bag. Then we hugged, and I began the short walk back to my own house.
Naho-kun, arigatou.
Thank you, Naho. This case you discovered with Heavenly Host Elementary? It's absolutely remarkable.
この取材が実現すれば、世界中のオカルト研究がひっくり返る騒ぎになるぞ。
I think they'd find that people pretty quick when it rains. I mean, probably. If our investigation bears fruit, this could very well turn the world of occult research on its head. It's too good to pass up. Unless they covered it with a plastic sheet or something. You'd have to move really quickly to get that done, but I'd believe it. Kibiki's a creep. Naho, why are you making these noises? Body's festivity stream. Hell yeah. Hey Daniel, what's up, my dude? We're all about those cadaver get-togethers. Ah! Just a dream. I have to write this down. Sacred Ground Investigation File 2, K Prefecture, Heavenly Host Elementary, currently under investigation. Further progress. Encountered fierce spiritual resistance while simply researching the Shinozaki estate. Right side of body paralyzed. Left eardrum ringing. I don't know how many times we've read this fucking piece of text between the first game and now this. Orbs visible in photographs. Influence confirmed. Severe dizziness, nausea, bloody BM experienced. Symptoms persist for weeks. Pain seems to be gone, by the way. What pain? Ella? What are you talking about? And unrelenting nightmares on top of all that. This really is way too dangerous for them. Kibiki and Taguchi don't know how to protect themselves from spirits. They shouldn't go at all. Oh, well, I'm sorry you were in pain yesterday, but I'm glad that you're feeling better now. Woof. My name is Naho Sainoki. I travel the country investigating reports of haunted locations, assuaging clients' fears, and doing whatever I can to help them. I think I'd say it's gone now. Yeah, no, I'm glad that, like, even if it's not all the way gone, I'm glad that you're feeling better. That's not great. Recently, strange and unpleasant things had begun happening to me. I'd been investigating a certain haunted ground for the last month and encountered a malevolent will more powerful than anything I'd ever experienced. I attributed this to the paper doll I brought back with me, of the sort commonly used in curses. No doubt a bad idea, but invaluable for research. This is the reason I hesitated when Sayaka asked me to be on her radio show at the restaurant earlier. Ghost stories can actually provoke the spirits involved in them. I was afraid that whatever entity had latched onto me might have some negative effect on Sayaka as well. Fortunately, aside from wreaking havoc on my physiology, the spirit didn't seem to be affecting those around me in any way. If I could just keep it under control, I was certain my appearance on Sayaka's radio show would go off without a hitch. Even if the story isn't told close to the area of the ghost is in. From what I know of, like, ghost lore and things like that, it depends on the kind of spirit and the kind of energies that it supposedly has or brings. Like, and I don't remember where it's from, but there's this thing called a tulpa, which essentially is an entity that can be willed into existence just by, like, talking about it, and it tends to take whatever form is most commonly feared in that area. Is it Peru? Are tulpas Peru? Okay. Thank you, I appreciate that. So yeah, it just really depends on what, which kind of spirit or entity or ghost you're talking about. I mean, that sounds about right, it coming from Peru. Sometimes, like, you get so, you know about so many different things that you kind of forget the details every so often. Tibet, I was wrong. Alright. Well, the more you know. Alright, I already read this one. So yeah, depends. Kibiki. I'd gone to the kitchen for a glass of water, and though I hadn't noticed on my way down, I saw Kibiki fast asleep on the living room sofa as I headed back. Fun little ghost lessons with Acacia and Tad. Kibiki? You're gonna catch a cold down here, you know? Kibiki? Oh, this boy's snoring. Sound asleep. Oh, Kibiki. You're so cute. Kibiki had pulled an all-nighter last night, so I was pretty sure he'd sleep well into the afternoon. There we go. A nice warm blanket for you. Sweet dreams. Spirit research is a decidedly dangerous field. Numerous people had warned me not to go in too deep, so why did I do it? For Kibiki, of course. Tulpas barely count, they were in Supernatural. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, but lots of things were in Supernatural, and then were also portrayed wrong. Like Wendigos. I think Wendigos were mentioned at one point. And they did the classic mixing Wendigos with Skinwalkers. Also, Ella's gonna be right back. Well, we will be right here. If Kibiki could make progress on his occult novel through my research, if he could succeed in all his endeavors, then no price would be too high, I felt. For his respect and admiration, I'd happily sacrifice anything and anyone. You need to get a better boy. Get a better boy, Naho. Yeah, it's definitely too dangerous to send Kibiki and Taguchi to Heavenly Host by themselves. I'll have to make sure I go with them. Oh, welcome back. Wendigos was like episode 3, I think. I want to say it was definitely first season. I don't know. I haven't watched Supernatural in literal years. I took Kibiki in and returned to my room, realizing he'd still be asleep when I left for school. I decided to write him a note. Kibiki, nah, you want Kirby? That terrifying little ball of nothing. Just as I was concerned for him, Kibiki was worried about putting me in danger as well, stating his prior intent to go to Heavenly Host with Taguchi instead. I was so flattered by his consideration that I just didn't have the heart to lecture him about how ludicrously bad an idea that was. Ugh. Let's see. To my dear mentor. Get yourself a better boy! The time is now 11 in the morning. Here's the latest news of the day. The body of a schoolgirl was discovered in the plaza near the escalators at the southeast exit to Tokyo's Shinjuku station. Good morning, Naho. I wanted to talk to you about that Tenjin urban legend you found. I really think it might be a bit too dangerous to bring you along, so Taguchi and I should probably go by ourselves. She's not here. Come to think of it, she did say she'd be going to school today, which is rather unlike her. As usual, everything's in perfect order in this room. Like night and day compared to my study. What's this? A note? To my dear mentor, for you, I'll go to any lengths. Based on my findings from old Tenjin Town records, I feel more confident that it is possible to return from the school using the escape plan we discussed. But you and Taguchi don't have the ability to resist spirits like I do. It would be far too dangerous in there for just the two of you. So when I get home from school today, I'll be joining you in performing the charm of Sachiko Shinozaki. I don't hold out much hope for our success, but if it works, you're seriously going to get the scoop to end all scoops. If I can help make lightning strike a third time for you with your editorial department, then you totally owe me dinner. Naho. Thank you, Naho. But I really can't allow you to put yourself in danger like that. I know the escape plan. I'm going to go with trusty old Taguchi, and you're going to wait for us here. I guess I should write her a note to that effect. Good morning, Mr. Kibiki. Are you awake? Well, he's full of spirit today. Perfect then. Let's not waste any more time. Ding dong bing bong. I went to school as soon as I finished my morning recording session, but by then it was already lunchtime, and Naho had skipped class as usual. But I knew where to find her. Work may have kept her out of school most of the time, but when she did come, there was one spot she always chose for lunch. She liked to get away from the noisy classrooms to eat in peace, and I knew this because, well, I did too. This wasn't just her spot, but mine as well. We'd probably get in trouble if a teacher ever found us there, though. Ah, yes. Classic rooftop lunches. See, the lock on the door leading to the school roof just happened to be broken, so... what a nice breeze. And that sunlight, too. Absolutely magical. Ah! There was a fence between the buildings to prevent students from falling. It wasn't very high, so getting over it was a fairly simple task. What are you doing? Alley-oop. I crossed the gap mindful of any stray glasses of wind. Not mindful enough. The best shade was on that side, so as long as I didn't look down, it was well worth the effort. And there she is. Oh no! On a side note, why aren't skinwalkers and more shit? I want to watch a movie where a coyote stands up on its hind legs and sprints into the woods. That would be horrific, and I support this. Somebody make it happen. Also, oh my god, pantsuit. Right. Gotta get those panty shots. It's corpse party. The sight was positively picturesque. A high school girl all tucked away on the school roof, nose buried in a book with a nondescript paper dust jacket. I swear, you could just paint any moment of this girl's life and it would make a fine portrait. Sayaka! Sayaka! Hey there! Sorry to have kept you out so late last night. Hope your family wasn't mad at you or anything. Nope, no problems at all. They were A-okay with it. Oh, seems you trained them well. What are you implying? So hey, that book from Mr. Kibiki you lent me yesterday. Freaking awesome. Right? Didn't it just totally suck you in? I love how it goes on and on with the psychological descriptions of the first murder scene. That protagonist is totally nutso. Yeah, I wish I hadn't been reading it in bits and pieces during my work commute though. Kind of took away from the tension, but I can't wait to read more. Yeah, just keep at it. It's gonna blow your mind. Oh yeah, and that Twinkle CD you lent me. To die for. Seriously. Really? Awesome! I'll bet you recognize a bunch of those songs from the concert, right? You should check out some more of their music videos sometime too. Maybe I've got one on my phone that I can show you now. No, guess not. I'll have to give you a rain check on that. I wonder if there are any good fan-made ones. Oh, good call. If there are, I totally want to see. The bell. 1 p.m. already? Well, I've got an appointment I can't miss, I'm afraid. Guess I'll see you after school for recording. It's at 5:30 in East Shinjuku, so we should probably meet up at 4 behind the school gate. Cute character. Naho is pretty adorable. She got terrible taste in men, though. Okay. You said behind the gate. Really? What are you, 5? Naho was cool as a cucumber, just like always. Today's recording was sure to be a blast. This one's persistent, I'll give her that. Blood? Really? Is this curse honestly affecting me all the way down to the cellular level? Too many L's in one go. Seriously, how long are you planning on haunting me? Forever. Good evening, everyone! Welcome to tonight's installment of Sayaka Uyu's Love Braver. The night don't start till I pour out my heart. So let's get pouring, shall we? You'll never guess where I went today. I went to school to meet up with a friend, actually. It was the first time in a while I could just kick back and relax. We talked forever. Like, forever. But, of course, the real reason I went was to learn stuff and junk. Of course. They're laughing at me in the control booth? What's going on in there, fellas? Huh? The thought of Miss Uyu actually going to school is hilarious. Hey, come on. I go to school. I do. I'm a high school student, just like everybody else my age. Don't laugh. You trying to say I'm too old? Too cool for school? Seriously, stop it. You're gonna give me a complex. Some days you just can't win, can you? All I wanted to do was say how great school is, and look what happened. I'm a laughing stock. Well, I'm glad you guys are having fun at least. Let's enjoy our half hour together tonight to the fullest. Braver! Please. I can't. Sayaka's on-air personality was incredible. I was absolutely listening to a pro at work, and she had me hooked from the moment the show began. Okay, that wraps up the intro. Miss Sainoki, please head into the booth. On my way. It was my turn now as guest speaker. When I entered the recording booth, Sayaka sat facing her mic and waved me over. Hey, you girlfriends! I returned Sayaka's cheery smile and sat myself in front of the guest mic that had been prepared for me, but something felt wrong. Very, very wrong. Lol. Man, I hate it when little ghost girls just hang out in the corner of the recording booth. This scene is from Lee's intro. Is it? I mean, like, I know he's got a bunch of corpse party stuff in it. What's the matter? Oh, it's nothing. I just felt dizzy for a second. Well, the camera's on you now, so wear your cutest face, okay? Roger that. This child was the daughter mentioned in my research on the Shinozaki family. This was Sachiko. She was the one who'd attached herself to me. Her eyes were black and hollow, with no discernible pupils at all. She sat utterly motionless, but I knew she was watching me, waiting, biding her time. I know this one. When is Lee coming out? Oh, Elle already said it. Lol. My hair stood on end. Blood rushed to my head and bile surged into my throat. The Shinozaki curse was far too powerful. I couldn't suppress it. And it was clear Sayaka couldn't see her. This was bad. I had to be careful not to let Sachiko interfere with the recording. Okay, we're back. Start with the listener mail. Excuse me. Alright, folks, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. The topic of this week's Try to Do a Thing workshop is... Ugh, can I go home now, please? What do you mean, no? Come on, be a sport, huh? Guess there's nothing I can do about it. This week's topic is... That's right, try to tell a scary story. Yikes. Man, I told you all I didn't want to do this one. So why did you guys send in so many responses? We actually received a record amount. Far too many to tackle by myself. So, I've invited a guest to help me out. Someone said yikes. Yikes forever. Yes, thank you. I appreciate the fact that those showed up at the exact same time. Yikes forever, guys. Perfect. Hey, don't run the applause yet. I haven't even said who it is. Or has everyone already guessed? Because it's totally who you think it is. Where is that from? It's from a game called Little Misfortune. It's the one that we played the other day. Oh, Ella, fake fan. Oh no, don't call her out like that. Yeah, the main character, Misfortune, likes to say yikes forever quite often, and it's perfect and brilliant and absolutely just perfect. It is a really good game. I plan on like replaying it to get some of the other endings. I might stream it in the Discord if people would be interested. Otherwise, I would definitely like highly recommend you pick it up and play it yourself. It's a fairly quick one, like 3 or 4 hours. Yeah, good game. I enjoyed it. The pro with the no how spirit investigator extraordinaire, as beautiful as she is brainy. It's high school paranormalist Naho Sainoki. Give it up for Naho. Good evening. Good evening. Thanks so much for coming. No, thank you. It's an honor to have been invited. Oh, how about that, everyone? So mellow, so modest. Isn't she just the bee's knees? No, she's Naho. Naho and I actually go to the same school. We're even in the same class. Isn't that right? We hang out a lot, in fact. Some of you clearly knew that, and have been outright demanding that Naho make a guest appearance for quite some time now. Well, your wish is my command. My pleasure, in fact. I think I may even be more thrilled to have her here than you guys. Anyway, given today's theme, Naho seemed the perfect guest. So care to get us started with with some choice words for any evil spirits that may be listening? Like the one in the corner? Tremble on the border between this life and the next, under my 7 stars. That's what I'm talking about! Those ghosties have got to be shivering in their ethereal booties after hearing something like that. So let's get right to the listener letters, shall we? Here's a scary story from one Junpei Nagi of M City in Tokyo. Yeah, you, Ella. In my experience, adverse spiritual manifestations from my research had always been easy enough to keep at bay with my powers. But this one was different. For this energy to be completely visible in broad daylight, I'd never seen anything like it. Junpei? Noodle arms. No, Junpei wasn't noodle arms. Regardless. Same series. Fucking Junpei. This was bad. My head was splitting, but the cameras were rolling, so to speak, so I had to at least keep myself from coughing up blood again. It's creepy, but really good. I don't think I'm familiar with the Junpei you're talking about, Ella. The one that Andrew and I were referencing is the one from the Nonary series, which is also like a really good game. Oh, the notebook. Naho was grabbing her skirt tightly with both hands, muscles completely rigid. My. Was she actually getting nervous? How unlike her. I kind of grinned internally a bit at the sight of Naho acting all girly and scared. It was adorable, as I like to no, that's stupid. No! As I like to say, but I still had a show to host. Dunk! I slid open the door, and there before me I saw a pair of eyes staring intently right into my very soul. Wow, that is super freaky! How about it, Naho? This has got to be fake, right? Mr. Mizuno of Kyoto is just pulling our leg, right? He may be, but with only this evidence to go on, it's hard to judge the authenticity of the claim. Adorable. Adorable or midorable. There is no in between. So what you're saying is, it might actually be real? Yeah! Adorable. Yeah. Yeah. That is a possibility, yes. Oh no, please! Actually, I've noticed something even more frightening since the segment began. Naho, your focus keeps drifting over to the corner of the booth. Well, don't tell me. There's somebody there. Is there? Oh, I'm getting chills. Do we have another guest with us today? An uninvited one? Please say no. No. We're fine. This seemed a perfect twist to up the tension of this segment, but the look on Naho's face suggested I may have been onto something, which was terrifying. Please say no. Her guest spot on the show may have just been for fun and games, but I knew Naho was as well versed in spiritual matters as they come. This gave her a great deal of confidence, but unbeknownst to me, that confidence was beginning to unravel all around her. Excuse me. Where is my water? There is my water. Woo! So much reading. She was way over her head, and by the time she would come to realize this, it would be too late. And not just for her. Great work, everyone! That's a wrap! Let's go! The recording ended without incident, as far as anyone knew. Sayaka tossed a piece of chocolate into her mouth that she seemed to have brought with her. She was as casual and relaxed as could be. So, out with it! What did you see something in the booth or not? No, I didn't see anything. I glanced back into the recording booth. Sachiko's spirit had disappeared a little while ago. I felt it was best to act as if nothing had happened, and successfully managed to steer the topic of conversation elsewhere. Until... Should have put vodka in my OJ. Nothing is stopping you from doing that. What the? What's wrong? Was someone talking out here during the recording? No way would any of us make a rookie mistake like that. You wouldn't be able to hear us from inside the booth anyway. There's something on the tape though. Sounds like a voice to me. I mean, I already drank the OJ. Okay, that does complicate putting vodka in the OJ. You could get more OJ though. Where? Here, during this exchange. But only if you want, no pressure. Mr. Mizuno of Kyoto is just pulling our leg, right? He may be, but with only this evidence to go on, I'm only hearing those two. You don't hear a third voice? Just trying to see if we could hear it. Just drink the vodka straight, then the vodka goes in the OJ. That is also an option. Mr. Mizono of Kyoto is just pulling our leg, right? He may be, but with only this evidence to go on. Right there! After Miss Sainoki says he may be. Mr. Mizuno of Kyoto is just pulling our leg, right? He may be, but with only this evidence to go on. I'm gonna stop reading this because. Oh god, there is a voice. It's saying, I'm watching you, right? Ever get that feeling of deja vu? I don't know what you're talking about. Oh shit, it is there. Yikes. Whoa. Ah! You've got to be kidding me. It's in the recording for sure. That's so creepy. Is this for real? An actual EVP? Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's the matter? Pull yourself together. Suddenly, the director began to clutch at his throat and thrash around. His face was bright red and his mouth frothed all over as he struggled to breathe. Hold him down! He's gonna knock everything over and hurt himself. Yes, sir. Is it over? What was that? Some kind of seizure? Oh crap, he's not breathing. What? God. Call an ambulance. Quickly, he needs CPR. Okay. Come on, keep it together, man. What the hell's going on? Send the guest home, we're done. Sayaka's usual smiling countenance had been replaced by a thin mouth and a cold sweat. There was no doubt about it. This was the influence of that spirit. And it must have been absolutely terrifying for her co-workers, who'd never had contact with the spirit world before, and regretted appearing on the program. Well, mistakes were made. I'm so sorry. I guess I shouldn't have come. Oh, don't be silly. You did great. They managed to resuscitate the director too, at the hospital. And we can cut out the voice from the broadcast, but honestly, I say we leave it. I mean, it's kind of a lucky break when you think about it. I'm really grateful for your help today. I find this interesting because of where it's happening. Like, Sachiko is invisible. Right? I mean, I imagine that, like... I don't know, I got a couple of different theories for that. But because, like, I mean, Naho was... I think she... I can't say for sure whether or not she went to the, like, the oldest... Sonozaki, estate or not, or was just doing research into it. But given the fact that, like, you know, Sachiko's, like, attached herself to basically anything relating to herself and her mother, and I guess, in theory, the family, like, anyone who looked into it could potentially get, you know, possessed by it or something. I guess she's not the kind of spirit to only stick to where they died. Yeah, no, exactly, Ella. Like, it could just be, like, different versions of her. Like, I mean, the same spirit, but, like, different echoes or something like that. I don't know. Maybe we'll find out, though. Yeah. I owe you one. So if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know. Oh, and as for, Kielfe no, how's next week sound? On the way home, Naho finally smiled. Glad to see she still had it in her. I needed to put on a happy face myself, too. I was afraid if I seemed too gloomy, it would bring Naho down, and she hadn't done anything wrong. I had to let her know how grateful I was, and try to bring her spirits back up. The two of us parted ways on a corner near our houses, as I needed to stop in at a convenience store for some groceries. See you later! Thanks again! You too. Good night. I'd never before felt such a strong, persistent spiritual presence. I had a considerable amount of power within me, and usually it was more than enough to disperse any malicious wills that dared draw near. But even with all the concentration, I'd still put Sayaka and her coworkers in grave danger. They easily could have been killed by the curse. For the sake of dear Kibiki's safety, we really should have put the kibosh on our entire investigation into the Shinozaki family line a lot sooner. But it wasn't too late to call it off, as far as I knew. I was going to pull out from the Heavenly Host Elementary case altogether, and made up my mind. I should probably undergo a traditional spirit exorcism as soon as possible. Oh, and like especially like since Naho is powerful a spiritualist, as she is, that in and of itself could draw attention from like, you know, from Sachiko, or even just like a vague curse that is on the family. And could potentially draw it out even if there's just like a slight lingering of it over the estate or anything like that. It was past 9:30, so it had been dark out for hours already. Yet there wasn't a single light on in Kibiki's house. Kibiki? No signs of life. Somehow the whole house felt larger and emptier than ever before. Kibiki? Kibiki, are you sleeping? I peeked into his study, but he wasn't there. Nor was he anywhere else. The house was deserted. I think we're gonna take a short break because I have drunk enough that I need to use the restroom. Because I'm a cool kid like that. So we'll be back in just a couple of minutes. Call it good. I don't know if I have a cat on the couch. I don't. I currently do not have a kitty cat on the couch, but that's fine. So there is a commercial break. I'll bring the game back up so there's at least music. And we will BRB. Maybe I can move Lamia onto the couch. Hey, baby. Do you want to go be a view for everyone? Here. Sleep here. That's where you live now, kitty cat. That's where the couch or the chair lives. My little stalker. Hey. What are you doing? Boop. Do you want to say hello? Say hi. Miss Grumpus. Can I put you down? Yeah? Melody bunches. No, you gotta stay down there. I can't, because you won't sit in my lap. So you gotta stay down there. Yeah. Here. Boop. My stinky kitty. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm good to go. Alright. I peeked into his study, but he wasn't there. Nor was he anywhere else. The house was deserted. Now, Kibiki's meetings for work were always held at regular times, so this wasn't unprecedented or anything. But the atmosphere inside just felt different somehow. There was this peculiar silence, as if no one had ever lived here in the first place. Oh, I guess I should probably, like, change this back to a live scene. Whoops! Lol. You gonna do it? Hey! Oh my gosh, hold on a second. How do I... Nope. There we go. Hold on, I'm gonna save. And then restart the game, because apparently it doesn't like it when I exit out to do other stuff. Well, I'm sorry, game. Exit. And relaunch. Please. Thank you. No, don't look at me like that, Lamia. And then... There we go. Boop. Oh, kitty fur all over my face now. Miserable. Continue. Load game. There we go. Yes, resume. Okay. Back at it. Something just seemed very, very wrong. It was like someone was watching me, sneering at me. Finally, I found a note on my desk. Not the one I'd left for Kibiki this morning, but a response, written in his familiar scrawl. Dear Naho, thank you for your concern. I couldn't live with myself if I exposed you to any more danger on my behalf, however. Toguchi and I have gone to Heavenly Host Elementary. We've noted the way back, so please don't worry. We'll return safe and sound. And if we're successful, let's all go out for a nice meal together, okay? Welcome back. I am also back. You haven't really missed anything. I had to restart the game. No! Uh-oh. Wow, these are vastly different rooms. Huh? With a sigh and a mumble, I snapped back to reality. Glancing at the clock, I marveled at the fact that it was already past 10. I'd been in a daze for half an hour since getting home. Craziness. Oh, what a day. My shoulders feel like they've got lead weights on them. I couldn't have brought it back with me, right? No, there was no way. I stood up from my desk. The problem was the uniform. I couldn't really relax in it. I should know better. I just needed to change. Yeah, that sounds good. I'll feel better once I get out of this uniform. Hey! Is it OJ and vodka? Or are you doing something else? Different, Ella? Spooky. God, please. Is somebody there? No.
一人で騒いでバカみたい。誰もいないに決まってるのに。
Oh, you're doing the cherry blossom and lychee gin? Yes, please. I need to find a place that has like a bunch of different varieties of gin, because like we just have regular gin, which is fine, but like I want to try all these delicious gins that you keep talking about. Speaking of, I need to pour myself another drink. Ruh-roh. Excuse you can. Yeah, listen to those good drink sounds. I would send you some if alcohol wasn't allowed to import. Right? That's like... if only. I'll just fly out. It'll be fine. 2 birds, 1 stone. I'll come visit, and then we'll get drunk together. It'll be dope. I'll bring Emmy, too. I was glad no one had seen me talking to thin air like that. There was nobody else around, of course. Nothing to be afraid of. It was just my imagination. Yeah, girls' night! It'd be dope. I really needed to get out of my uniform. So once again, I started changing when... Big ol' yikes. Definitely not in my imagination this time. There was somebody screaming outside my window, running toward my house, is it Naho? What? I seriously felt like I was going to break down. Maybe I already had. Opening the curtain slowly, I peered outside to see who it was. Yeah, no thanks. You mean that's not how you want your friends to come visit you? Wait, is that... Naho? I couldn't see her face clearly, being on the 2nd floor and all, but that was Naho, alright. She was crying like a mad woman. She looked awful. Sayaka! What's wrong, Naho? Oh, yikes. Naho. Sayaka! It's Kibiki. Kibiki crossed over. Okay, just calm down, Naho. Tell me what happened. Where is Mr. Kibiki? I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. It's all my fault. If Kibiki were to die in there... This was the first time I'd ever seen her so incoherent. I spoke slowly and gently, trying my best to calm her down. Naho, please, just tell me what happened. Let me help you. Start at the beginning. I want you to come back with me. Right now. What? Please, I'm begging you. Tears were streaming down her face. This was a side of Naho I'd never even imagined could exist. There had to be a reason she was so desperate. I agreed to follow her back to Kibiki's house, if only out of concern for her well-being. Mistake number 1. Sachiko ever after. Those who perform this ritual can cross over to Heavenly Host Elementary. The cursed school is sealed outside our world. Outside time and space. Also, whoa! That was like all whiskey. Oh god. Come here, spoon. Can we fix that? First and foremost. There we go. Oh. Oh boy. Oh boy is right. It's a locus of powerful energy, and the effect it's had on me thus far has been disturbing enough that I've decided to abandon my investigation. But before I could convey that to Kibiki, he crossed over without me, taking only Taguchi for backup. So please, Sayaka, you're my only hope at this point. Will you come with me to Heavenly Host so I can rescue Kibiki? Hi, precious. I didn't really get a lot of what she was saying. Heavenly Host Elementary? A cursed school? And this was all to rescue Kibiki? What was in there exactly that he needed rescuing from? The one thing I did understand was that I had accompanied Naho to some unsafe, unfamiliar spirit world. I couldn't just casually agree to go with her. At least this girl's got some sense. So, this place I'd be going with you is dangerous. I scare easily, you know. Please, I can't perform the ritual by myself. You're the only person I can count on. Oh, hiccups. Excuse me. And I swear I'll protect you no matter what. Bullshit, girl. Her face was the most disheveled I'd ever seen it, and she was practically begging. I knew two sides to this girl. Her cool and collected professional persona, and her cat to my master. But this panicked desperation fit neither of them. The words I'd spoken to her following our recording session suddenly popped into my head. I owe you one, so if there's anything I can do for you, just let me know. Kibiki! Kibiki! I took one more look at Naho's tear-stained face and just knew I couldn't turn away from her in this time of need. Naho, do you really promise to protect me? Uh-huh. A ray of hope lit up Naho's face like a flower in bloom, and I knew I'd made the right decision. Alright then, I'm in. What are friends for, after all? Sayaka! Thank you, Sayaka! Right, mistakes. I just couldn't bear to see her cry like that. A face as cute as hers deserved to wear a smile at all times. We'll be out for a while though, right? You mind if I run home first and take care of some things before we go? Okay, I'll be waiting for you here, butt naked. Not a good idea. You'll catch your death of cold. Anyway, I'll be right back. Well, as long as Kibiki's over there. The larger the sample size for his research, the better. This is for you, man. She has a beating mark like me, oh my god. She do. Hi, Emmy. Cold of death, right? The Shinozaki estate. We don't need that place anymore. If he's gonna leave me here to spread the curse for him, then fine. That's just what I'll do. No hesitation. No backing down. Get yourself a better man! Anyway. My blog should do nicely. Let's see. In this world, there's nothing worse than parting ways with a dear friend. Some may say it's sweet sorrow. Yeah, we drinking. Okay, so the gin is already hitting me. Perfect! That just means I have to catch up. Yeah, I got Dr. Pepper and Black Velvet. Hey! She can't afford a better man, only a man on clearance. At that point, you don't need no man. If you can only get a man on clearance, you don't need a man. Just saying. I have soda. I mean, that's fine. Oh, almost forgot the subject line. Sachiko and the ever after. Wait, no. How about Sachiko ever after? Perfect. Here's hoping for lots of hits. Mom, I'm heading out. Not wanting to worry her, I told a little white lie, suggesting that I had another recording session tonight. I've been going to late sessions practically every night for a while now, so it seemed the perfect excuse. And sure enough, she bought it. You certainly are a hard worker, Sayaka. Just make sure you keep your energy up out there. Don't get so busy you let your blood sugar drop. Here. It's soda. It's soda, Tad. That sounds delicious. It is delicious. I was just saying, Emmy, before you got here, that I'm gonna grab you, and we're gonna fly on over to where Ella is, and we're gonna have a girls' night and drink some of this cherry blossom gin because your girl needs it. Your girl needs it. Gin is one of my favorite alcohols, my favorite liquors, and I need it. Your city is famous for gin. Love it. Yeah, no. Gin and tonics are like one of my like top tier drinks. People tell me it tastes like Christmas trees, and I'm just like, I don't care, it's delicious. You're wrong, Tad! It tastes like fantastic. But whatever, that just means more gin for me. Just more gin for me. That's fine. It tastes like fantastic. Facts. I'm so glad you understand, Ella. I mean, Emmy understands too, but like, she's had to deal with me screaming about gin for forever. She handed me a small piece of emergency chocolate. This was like a tradition with her. She'd always give me one when I left to show her support. And it always reminded me that I was loved. This one in particular was bringing tears to my eyes. I must have been more scared than I thought. Emergency chocolate, right? I'll be home as soon as I can. Thank you. I always carry emergency chocolate too. I got my emergency chocolates. Got these little Ghirardelli squares. Yo. Oh, now I'm throwing it on the ground. You can't have though, they're mine. I'll be home as soon as I can. Thanks. I will not throw it at you. I will be eating it. Knock 'em dead, sweetie. It's my chocolate. Sachiko, we beg of you. Sachiko, we beg of you. You bought a huge bar for Christmas? Nice. You said it twice, right? In your head? Yep. Ella's so sweet. Okay, then it's time to pull this thing apart. Make sure you use your nails and don't let go. Got it. 1, 2, 3. Whoa. That's so bright. That's so very bright. It makes me realize that the frame around my webcam's not, covering all of it properly. Snap my eyes, right? I can't read it. I assume she just screams. Fuck if I know what she's saying. Probably something about like, oh no, we were suddenly in a different place and oh my gosh, everything was so bright and sudden, and then... Lol. I felt dust or sand filling my mouth, and it sprang to my feet, choking. I'm blind now, thank you. And white, snow is falling. Ugh, why did I tap back during the blinding? 'Cause you like pain, Tad, I guess. What is this? Where am I? No? Sing it, Ella. I was in a cold, dark room. It was damp and clammy and felt very much like a cave. Was this the Heavenly Host Elementary Naho was telling me about? Naho! Naho! Racked with apprehension, I tried raising my voice, but barely had one to raise. I looked around, but didn't see Naho anywhere, and there was no response. Oh, hiccups. God, this can't be real, can it? The singing is nice, but the place is scary. All the more reason to sing. I wanted to go home, to forget this place existed. But then I realized I'd never asked Naho how to cross back over. Without her, I was stuck here. So that was my top priority then. I absolutely had to find Naho. I'm sure she hadn't accounted for the possibility that we'd wind up in different spots once we got here. But as long as I could track her down soon, I knew everything would work out. I stepped forward, slowly and carefully, and took a closer look at my surroundings. Oh shit, we're back to search mode. That's pretty cool. Oh, it doesn't have cursor lock, though. mean, we could renovate, I'm sure. Needs a little elbow grease, some TLC. It'd be fine. Okay. I don't like using my mouse and keyboard for this. Just saying. It kinda sucks. Alright, what is my map key? Yeah, just tidy up a little bit. Sit. Okay, so Z is my map. Oh, we start in the bomb shelter. Holy shit. Okay. Oh my god. Hold on. Did your controller need charging, or was there some other problem? My computer, so it's, the controller that I have is a wired one. And my computer's been having issues recognizing USBs lately, which has been really fun, in regards to dealing with my keyboard. I have since resolved the issue with a different cord. That seems to work for now. I think I've only had it disconnect on me once over the last couple of days. What a rude PC? Absolutely. Facts. I cannot wait until I can replace it at the start of this next year. PC chill, please. Right. Just needs to be vacuumed. Do you want to vacuum this place, Tad? Are you volunteering to vacuum all of Heavenly Host? Facts. Spitting facts. Yeah, after Christmas. It'll probably be like the end of January before I can actually order parts, since that is when my school funds will come in. I like cleaning. I find it therapeutic. You sound like Emmy now, Ella. I don't mind cleaning. I have to be in the right headspace to find cleaning to be therapeutic, though. I like it once I'm, you know... I like it when it's done. Parts I have an arm for sale. Oh no, wait, wrong chat. I would buy that arm off you, Daniel, if it would make my PC run. If that makes you feel any better. But yeah, I should be getting my my school funds like on the 25th of January, and at that point I'll be able to order stuff. So who knows when it'll actually get in. Also, if people have suggestions for computer parts, please let me know. I'm trying to like, I know jack shit about computers, so I'm like diving on the deep end and trying to like learn very suddenly, and it's rough. But I'll figure it out, I guess, if nothing else. I'm crafty like that. But yeah, I'll probably have a new computer no later than March. I cannot wait. Oh my gosh, stop. You might be able to help with that? I mean, like, legit, any help is appreciated, even if it's just suggestions of, like, this is good stuff, or, I don't like that, I'm here for it. Need to tend to Lily, BRB. Go give her some pets for me, and tend to her. Hi, Lamia, can you not kick over my router, please? My sweet, stinky child, speaking of ridiculous animals. Hi! Child? Ow, don't bite me! The wall? What the? It's crumbling. Ah. Oh, I thought that was like it crushing us, and I was not gonna be happy. Ah, that was close. And I can't get through. Mommy, save me. If you remember, message me when the time comes, and I can see if I can help. I appreciate it, Ella. The path here is completely blocked with rubble. There's no way through. Like I said, it's something that I've like always wanted to like get into and learn. But when I wanted to, it just seemed pointless since I didn't have the money to actually like get anything. And then the other couple of times that I've tried, it's like, why do I know this song? Hold. Did that fall through the ceiling? I believe so. Like, I think it was the hole of that tunnel just kind of collapsing in front of us. What am I hearing things? That's a child's voice, isn't it? Maybe this really is an elementary school after all. Can you not start screaming at me, child? Oh my gosh. Isn't that like a kid's game? Or isn't it from a child's game? That song? That voice, sorry. It was fine, and then it got sorry. I like how it's labeled Death Room. It was words. It was like, I mean, it was all more or less, like, nonsense. Honestly. But I want to say it was, like, part of an urban legend I heard about not too terribly long ago. Like, one of those, like, cursed games you play or something. I mean, whatever. It's me just trying to casually flex my, my lore knowledge. And I'm doing poorly. The lights flickered, and I could swear I saw something up on the path ahead. Hopefully just my eyes playing tricks on me. Please? Doesn't every school have a death room? Yes. Yes. Yes, it does. Is somebody there? Yikes! Bad ghost, bad ghost! You know, I guess I can just play this with a keyboard and ignore the mouse aspect of things. Yikes forever is right. Okay, Lily is happy now. Oh, good! That how I sound after eating Taco Bell? Oh, that's a whole ass mood. Kato was good, now the world is good. These are facts. The door sealed firmly shut. There's no way to open it. Excuse me. I'm a real lady. If you couldn't tell. Hydrate! I won't. I'm gonna redeem your refund your points so I don't have to drink water. Water bottle, you're so loud. Is this a bathroom? Thank you, Emmy. I appreciate it. I'm in, like, a cave and there's a bathroom here? No matter how I looked at it, nothing about this place seemed like an elementary school in any way. But there were lights on the ceiling and support beams to prevent cave-ins, so it certainly wasn't a naturally formed cavern either. I mean, there was even indoor plumbing down here. I will not! Ella. Since you're drinking alcohol, take 2 sips. No. Oh! Oh, that child! Sorry. It's gonna be me in the morning. Oh, hi. Oh, no thank you. I actually did have to go, but there's a limit to how dirty and disgusting a bathroom stall can get before I just refuse to close myself in there. Do it. Oh my god. I'm not gonna! Maybe they just have a hangover? I'd believe it. You're gonna have to redeem another hydrate for me to double drink. Just shit on the floor, right? Everyone's sitting here being like, I can't go in this bathroom. Oh no, there's no toilet. And it's like, y'all, oh no. Oh my god, you guys, stop. Fine, do we just want me to chug a bottle of water? Is this how I'm gonna impress everyone? Lee and Emmy and also Lee and Tad. I mean, I understand that my requests have consequences, and Daniel, no, stop. Okay, well, I guess this I guess this bottle of water is going down. It's pretty much all the way full. We'll just No, bottle, you don't have enough air in you for me to just chug all of it. Water is life. Water is pretty dope. I can't argue with you on that. Oh. Suck the life out of the bottle. There's a handful of things that I do that to, and a bottle is not one of them. Heyo. I have no words. Y'all are welcome. And now more alcohol. Lol. It's fine, Daniel. No lies detected. Anywho, moving on. Guess I just have to hold it. That's my title. Andrew, no. Lol. You were not part of the crew. Just know I didn't contribute. I know, Ella, it's fine. I got a burp now, though, so thanks for that. Okay. There's skeletal remains here. The commander. Oh no. Oh no. It's a small child. Maybe she was hiding? There's a name tag attached to her jacket. Renaissance Elementary School, Mira Nishio. I said that right, I think. As right as my stupidly American ass can be right. Bathroom break in 15. Facts, though. Hey! I don't need you whispering in my ear. I could hear the voices of children who seem to be in pain or distress. Hey! Shut up! Oh, I'm getting fighty. Hey, don't bite me! Anya! Rude ass cat! Come here. No, now you gotta say hello to everyone. Come here. You gotta say hi. No, don't encourage her. It's not a good job. Say hi, llama. Do you care? Or are you just happy that I'm holding you? Oh, the look of indignation she just gave me. Hi. Hey, please don't rip my cardigan. I don't know if you can see this, but she's biting me. Not hard. Hi. I like the punishment. What is happening? Hey, can I put you down now? Or are you gonna bite me some more? Oh no, I'm scratching you. You gotta lick yourself. Okay. No, I can't have you licking me. Hey, I love you. My sweet, stupid child. They are holding their own head. There you go, kitten. Now there's a party trick. Hey, you want to see something cool? It's a half-decomposed body. Based on the uniform, this was almost certainly a female student, but age is much harder to determine. Not if you know what to look for. Her name tag identifies her as senior high, though. Matsukaze Prefectural High School. Tomomi Isomura. Hold my beer. Oh no. Also, I forgot to tell you this yesterday, but Ella I put in the lurk and the hug commands. FYI. I did remember to do it. I don't know why, but I'm giggling a lot because you're drunk. Yes. Yes. That is why. Why is it not working? Okay, no, there it is. Ella, I think it just hates you. Oh no. I thought I said it for everyone. All, yeah, mods only. There shouldn't be a cooldown, and I have you as first. Fuck, hold on. 2 seconds. I'm gonna fix this now. This is important. Oh, I have you as first, actually, Ella, but that's fine. Hold on! Give it a second! I'm gonna try and fix it. Just give me a moment. Hold on. I should also probably... We're gonna save this first. And then I'm gonna fix this right quick, because I'm tired of it not functioning. Wow, okay. Caps lock, hi. How's it going? Man, hold on. Can we... No, it should be everyone. Oh, well, thank you for stopping in, Lee. I appreciate it. Have a good sleep. You're getting a message in your inbox. Oh, no. That is incorrect. Well... Okay, there it goes. I don't know why... I didn't change anything about it. I just need you to understand that. But apparently it works. I'll mess around with it some more to, like, make sure it functions more. Moobot might also just be drunk at the moment. It's a possibility. Lily's in my lap, leaning against my desk, watching. Hi, Lily. Moobot is also drunk. I'm drunk, you're drunk, we're all drunk. I can't even say I'm drunk, though, honestly. Unfortunately. The door is thoroughly sealed. There's no way to get inside. That's fine. I don't want to look at the death room anyway. I'm not salty. Body pool. These are some fun rooms. Tipsy? Drunk is different. I don't know. I wouldn't even say I'm tipsy. I am not a lightweight in any regards, and there are times that I wish I were. Excuse you. I could hear children calling for me, hiding and goading me to find them. Yeah, I mean, I would love to go to the death room, but it won't let me. Shut up, please. They were very loud. I didn't like it. Only I am allowed to be loud. Oh, hi, Bonnie. You are fresh. There's a recently deceased corpse here. Based on the uniform and various accessories adorning the body, this would appear to have been a female junior or senior high school student. Loud noises! Keisha's the streamer, not you. I'm just the only person allowed to be loud. Period. In the entire world. Don't you know? Just ask Emmy. I English me, promise. No judgments, man. I can hear the voices of children playing. Yeah, you keep saying this, and nothing keeps happening of it. I finished my gin. Drink more. That's how that works, right? What are we asking me? That I'm the only person allowed to be loud ever. No more. God, what is this place? Where even am I? See, Emmy spoken. Yes, I am the only person allowed to be loud ever. Sorry, y'all. Emmy's word is law. Door sealed firmly shut. There's no way to open it. Well, good. I didn't want to go in there anyway. Should tell her neighbors about that. I would. But I'm quarantining. Am in quarantine. Avoiding humans so I don't get sick is the better way to put that, I guess. They aren't allowed. They're breaking the rules. That's the problem. See, if it were me making all that noise, it'd be fine. Wow, hi! Someone's getting their stretch on. There's a recently deceased corpse here. Her hands are outstretched as if she were trying to desperately to dig her way through the wall. I did not agree. Sexy hug. Lol. Sexy? Is that how you say that? Need to be careful about how I say that. Don't mind me. Oh, did you finally decide to loaf down there? Lamia is bread now? I could hear children laughing. Among the voices, I heard the sound of a door opening somewhere nearby. Can you not, children? Oh my god. Hello, dead. That's a dead kid. There's a fully decomposed corpse here. She's wearing a skirt, so it seems safe to assume this was a female student in life. Her name tag confirms this. Shobu University Middle School, Hinako Meguri? Swats them like flies. I'm still not entirely used to playing video games with headphones on. Just full disclosure. And so sometimes when the voices like suddenly are back here, I'm just like, can you not? Go away. Yeah. That's not fully decomposed, FYI, right? There is still skin on there. There's a foul-smelling, rotting corpse here. Based on the uniform, it was probably a male high school student in life. He seems to have died sitting down, though he doesn't look very relaxed. There's a student ID name tag on his chest. Karasuyama High School, Yoaki? Kamimizu? Cool! I've looked everywhere. I think. So I've been over here, right? In life? Gender means nothing when you're dead. Me died sitting down but not very relaxed. Oh, Andrew. Oh, I heard the sound of a door opening somewhere. Okay, I understand what they're trying to say. Death room? It doesn't seem to be locked anymore. Oh shit. Mood. Oh, my sweet babies. And there's nothing I can tell you to make it better. I didn't think this place could get any darker, but this room proved me wrong. It was completely and utterly devoid of all light. No, my only indication as to its size was the bloop bloop sound of dripping water from somewhere inside. And based on the echo, it didn't seem too big. I was perfectly content to leave it at that, honestly. But I couldn't, because I knew Naho might have been in there, seized with fear and panic. She usually kept a cool head, sure, but I'd just seen what she looked like when she didn't, and it worried the hell out of me. So I had to know. Naho? No response. Not that I heard, anyway. That dripping wasn't very loud, but it echoed through, it echoed enough that it could conceivably obscure the sound of a person's voice. As long as I kept the door to this room open, though, the pale light of the corridor would filter in, and I'd be able to see the exit. It may not have illuminated much, but at least I'd be able to find my way out in a pinch. So I swallowed my fear and walked into the darkness. Gross. What's that smell? It stinks to high heaven. Is something rotting in here? Ugh! Ew! What's spilled? It's all over my leg! Without thinking, I smacked my hand against my leg, as if trying to knock off whatever was stuck to it. What is this? The metallic smell was so thick that I almost couldn't breathe. Was it blood? Did I just wipe blood onto my hand? No, it couldn't be. Ugh. Ew. I got a sudden itch on my thigh, so I impulsively reached down and scratched it. And in doing so, a small rice-sized bead stuck to the ball of my finger. But in this all-consuming darkness, I had no way to tell what it was. Felt an awful lot like a grain of rice, though, even smushing and smearing like one when I needed it between my thumb and forefinger. What is this thing? Skin? From my thigh? Crap, I hope not. Huh? The lights. You, a fly? There are way too many things that it could possibly be, honestly, and I don't want to guess. Oh god. What is this place? The source of the horrible smell was suddenly clear. The room was absolutely drenched from wall to wall and ceiling to floor with blood and viscera. How many gallons of blood must have been there to coat this entire room? And the worst part was, none of it was dry. It was all wet. It was all fresh. There were indistinguishable chunks of flesh and bone everywhere. Just what kinds of twisted things was this room being used for? Oh. Gummy bear. This place is home. Right? I mean, it seems pretty fine to me. I scratched my itching thigh again with my finger, then looked down at my legs. And all at once, my blood ran cold. What? Welcome to my crib. A swarm of little white bugs was wriggling around on both my legs. Oh, maggots! Nope. Thank you. Nope. Nope. I call it there. That's where I draw the line. I want gummy bears. I mean, same. I want those sour gummy worms, man. That's what I'd squished between my fingers. But there were many, many more, and they were also on my skirt, on my socks, even inside my shoes. This one time, I was at my friend's house, and we were messing around with her dog, and something fell off of her dog, and we couldn't figure out what it was. And my friend kept, like, poking it and squeezing it and squishing it and trying to figure out what it was, because she, like, thought it was, like, an old pea or something. Turned out it was just an engorged tick, and it was the worst thing ever. Maggots can be gummy bears if you close your eyes tight enough. No! No! No. Needs some work, but it's better than living with my ex. I mean, I'm not ranting. Oof, Daniel. Yikes forever. I fell into a state of total panic. I threw off my shoes and began frantically brushing myself off with my arms. I grabbed the hem of my skirt and the collars of my socks and shook the hell out of them, trying to knock as many bugs off my body as possible. Stumbling around, I accidentally planted the heel of my sock into a murky puddle of red liquid. My mind went blank with disgust. Why the fuck would you kick your shoes off? Gross, 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 gross! I can't take this anymore. Calm down, Sayaka. This was just a slaughterhouse. This was just a place where livestock was chopped up into meat. Kool-Aid. Wait, where are her shoes? She said that, like, she, like, kicked them off because they were covered in bugs or whatever, but it's like, they're just gonna be on the outside of your shoes. So, like, don't kick your shoes off, just shake your foot around a bit, or, like, brush them off or something. Anyway, it was perfectly natural, and there was nothing unusual about this room at all. The blood, the chunks of flesh and bone, probably all just from animals. Hey. And I'm gonna pause here because, surprise, that 15 minutes went by very, very quickly, and I do need to use the restroom again. That's how you get a sock full of maggots. Blood is just Kool-Aid with extra steps. Less steps, I mean, honestly, if you're, you know, not counting pouring the stuff into the water and mixing it up, all you gotta do is just cut someone. Boom. Blood Kool-Aid. So yeah, I will BRB, and I still don't have any cats on the couch, so I'm just gonna leave it on the live scene screen. Be right back. And back. Wait, what is happening? Change my mind. Thank you, Andrew, for the commercial break. Music whilst we wait. It's the spookiest music. Thank you for saying something. I was getting really creeped out by it. Me too. It do be an interesting elevator music. It's better than no music. Also, woof, we've played this game for 12 hours. Jesus. No, not back to title. What am I doing? Okay. I am back. I mean, I can leave if you want to just keep listening to the music for a little bit. Sure about that? Oh. It's an enormous standing closet with double doors. Someone my size could most likely fit inside in a pinch. Or you could just hide under the table, like Satoshi and Naomi and Yuka did. It's absolutely soaked with blood. There's no doubt that countless living things have been killed here. So this might be alarming to some of you. This shit just makes me want to write more stories. Whoops. Filthy buckets littered the room. Each one was stuffed with reddish-black globs of meat and quivering yellow and white liquid. In most of them, femur-like bones adorned the surface. Same. Well, Emmy. Your girl's here. But one of them seemed to be a far more horrid stew than the others. And that's because one of them was full of arms. Human arms. Several of them jutting out above the bucket lip and practically waving at passers-by. Oh no! Screams are strange beasts, because they basically override all sense of logic and reason within a person's mind. Quite naturally, quite automatically, in my shock, a scream forced its way out from inside my body, from the very pit of my stomach. I'll save you all the destroying your eardrums. My senses had become razor sharp. I could faintly hear footsteps approach from the hall outside the room. Oh, now we're judging people for having a barrel full of human arms? Oh no. Maybe they just want to start an arm garden. You don't know. My stomach tightened, stopping the next scream in my throat. I was sure of it. In the corridor just outside this room, someone or something was coming this way. And judging by sound, it sure wasn't Naho. Maybe Naho has a really heavy step. You don't know. Another scream threatened to slip out. I quickly stifled it. The last thing I needed was to give away my position. You already have, though. Whoever this was getting closer and closer. I had to act. The hallway outside was just a straight shot, so escaping the room without being seen wasn't an option. Hiding was my only hope. But hiding where? First off, we're saving. So that when I fuck this up, we don't have to go back too far. Under the table. Would I really be okay under the table? Not the best choice, but I guess there really weren't too many other options. Oh yes, a master of stealth. Barely even screamed. She only screamed once. She's perfect at this. Either way, I couldn't afford to hesitate at a time like this. I had to follow my instincts. To be fair, my reasoning is because that's, again, where Satoshi and Naomi and Yuka all hid. That was a weird noise, but okay. And Taguchi hid in the closet, cabinet, whatever, and got fucked. Fortunately, the table was pretty low to the ground, so I did have some cover there. Nonetheless, I prayed for the footsteps to pass by without coming in. But then, the person making those footsteps was probably the same person who turned on the light in here, so I didn't honestly hold out much hope. Rapidly, my thoughts grew darker. Worst-case scenarios began flashing through my mind, one after another. I grasped my quivering mouth and violently shaking shoulders in a vain attempt to calm myself down. She's a little lady ninja. Yeah, she is. Little Lady Ninja, you called? Guys, you guys gotta watch Little Misfortune. The VOD is up. Either watch it or go play it. It's a very good game. Ella the fastest. I know you're a ninja, Ella. I know. But you also gotta go play Little Miss Fortune. I clenched my eyes shut and willed myself to swallow any sounds that threatened to leak out. So good. It is so good. But Hello! But I did play it. No, but I can heavily suggest you go do it, and you should. Never tired of saying that, right? I definitely found myself, like, a lot over the yesterday and today being like, yikes forever. And I think that's the thing now. I think that's what we're doing now. Mom, I did play it, Ma. Lol. No. No, please, help me. What was happening? Oh, that was the sound of a girl in pain. The man had apparently dropped someone onto the table, and she was either injured or being injured. It hurts! It hurts! It hurts! It hurts! I could hear an unearthly scream from the other side of the table above me. My body became rigid. A chisel? Crap. If he bent down to pick that up, he'd see me for sure. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Yikes forever, yikes forever, yikes forever! He was a very strange, horrifying creature. He seemed not quite human, but not really anything else either. And whatever he was, I was scared to death of him. On second thought, maybe he was human. He just had a grotesque face and an abnormally large body. Not to mention a zombie-like disposition. He was horrifying. The zombie noises intensified. Oh no. I feared as much for my life as any human being can. I was frightened. Afraid. Terrified. There's no word strong enough. Let me go! Let me go! I was flailing my arms and legs and doing everything I possibly could to break free from his grip, but this man was strong as an ox. He wasn't letting go. I was fairly certain he could crush my throat with his bare hands if he wanted to. Somebody! Anybody! No! Mommy! The man drew me up by my neck and violently threw me toward the center of the room. It was almost as if he were proving my hypothesis. The tissue and bones in my throat scraped together with a sickening, unnatural sound. He's just misunderstood. No, but I mean, he is. I gasped for air. My trachea was in pieces. I could feel my consciousness drifting away. I wasn't sure why, but he then suddenly let out a blood-curdling moan and made a beeline toward the room's only exit. As he ran out, he turned around and slammed his hand into the heavy iron door, and it began slowly lurching closed. Oh, wait! I was locked in. I knew it right away. I ran toward the door as best as I could manage, but I already knew I wouldn't be able to get it open again. No excuse is valid. I mean, it's not, for sure. I just want to point out that Yoshikazu, is that his name? Is basically like Sachiko's thrall. He was a mentally handicapped man who got possessed by the sadistic little child. Once again, falling into the trope of mentally ill people are scary, which is garbage, but that's a whole other tangent that I have. Anywho. Wait, please, help me! Sounds right. Hi, Meow Meow. Is there a Meow Meow back there? Oh, there is! Farts! You're cleaning yourself on live television. He don't give a shit. He's gonna keep doing it. Hi! How you doing, buddy? Okay, I'll let you get back to grooming yourself, kiddo. Don't mind me interrupting your your licking. The girl I'd heard screaming was strapped onto the surface of the now overturned table, dangling helplessly. Rude, I know, I'm sorry. Please, help! God, no! Open! Open, goddammit! Well, time to sit in the dark. It hurts. It hurts! Days passed. I couldn't even begin to guess how many. No light ever returned to that blood-drenched, pitch-black room. And the girl I was trapped with hadn't said a word for a long time. Okay, so he can bathe on live television, but I do it once and they take my public access channel away from me. Yes, Tad. Yes. Sorry, buddy. Them's the rules. I knew it smelled in here. I knew it was cold and that I was in pain, but I couldn't sense any of it anymore. Was I alive? Was I dead? I wasn't sure it even mattered. I just wanted to leave that room. Somebody, please, let me out. How does she know it was days? Right? I mean, like, some people can hold on to some vague sense of time, but, like, in the pitch dark, under stress, all that good shit, I don't think you'd be able to be like, it was actually days. It might have just been hours. You don't know. But, as far as, like, what I was, I think we were talking about it during one of the earlier chapters about, like, how things tied into each other. If we hide in the cabinet, then I'm pretty sure that's how Yoshikazu knows about do you the video was Vsauce and he went into a room with no clock and windows? I did not, actually. But that's probably how Dude Face knows that Taguchi hid in the locker, is because we hid there. We as in Sayaka. And so that's why he, like, you know, goes for the locker instead of the table when Satoshi and company hide under there in the first game. It was interesting, would recommend. She slept a couple of times for days. Unless she's me and she only sleeps for 30 minutes at a time. The isolation episode is really cool. I mean, I'm sure if I just type in, like, Vsauce isolation, like, I'll get the video. I'll check it out later. Yeah, I mean, I imagine, like I said, like, for some people, like, some people have a better, like, internal clock than other people. But even then, you would still, like, there's only so much that you can kind of keep track of without any sort of indications of, like, the sun is up, the sun has gone down. Minefield. Uncontrollable giggling. Oh, Ella. Yeah, no, I'll definitely check it out later. If somebody wants to post it in the Discord, that would be cool. Just as a reminder to me, because I will probably forget. But I would like to check it out, that's for sure. Usually when I guess what time it is, I'm within 5 minutes of correct. It weirds my coworkers out. How many times do you unconsciously check the clock though? Because I am very much the same when I am like doing things. Is it a ha 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 type of laugh or a ha ha? A proper giggle. Oh no, I need to stop. I'm just gonna keep doing dumb laughs and it's not gonna be great. The footsteps were approaching fast. I ran over to the large cabinet on the other side of the room. Done it before with my, without my phone on in a warehouse with no clocks. Oh, alright. I mean, like, I'm not saying that, like, you know, it's not possible. Some people are definitely more attuned to time than others, but, like, it does get to a point where, like, especially when you don't have, like, any indications for an extended period of time, while you could maybe have a general sense, like, especially when you don't have anything to, like, keep you occupied with, like, no tasks or anything like that, it all just ends up blending in. But, yeah. Please, open. My drink is now room temperature and I don't like it. I always have a basis. If I fell asleep and woke up at no clock, I have no fucking clue. Right? Like, yeah. But it makes sense. It's wild, like, how, again, the differences in perspectives and not understandings, but perceptions of the world is so neat. Just to compare everyone's, like, experiences is real cool. I need those ice cubes that don't melt. Yeah, but then I have to remember to put them in the freezer. And that's effort. The doors opened without difficulty, but they were the sort that automatically closed when left unattended. Oh well, no time for second guessing now. Good point. It's fine. I'll still drink it because it's alcohol. I turned around and jammed myself end first into the closet, grabbing the edges of the closing door with my fingers and pulling them all the way for all my worth. Yeah. I mean, normally I would just refill my cup, but that would require me going downstairs and I'm not feeling it. Shrinking my body into the cramped closet, I prayed silently for the footsteps to pass by this room. But then the person making those footsteps was probably the same person who turned on the light in here, so I didn't honestly hold out much hope. Rapidly, my thoughts grew darker. Worst-case scenarios began flashing through my mind, one after another. Oh, I got hiccups. I grasped my quivering mouth and violently shaking shoulders in a vain attempt to calm myself down. I clenched my eyes shut and willed myself to swallow any sounds that may otherwise have leaked out. No. No, please help me. Oh shit. I peeked through the gap in the door, and my fears were confirmed. I was no longer alone in this room. The thing that was in here with me was horrible. He seemed not quite human, but not really anything else either. And whatever he was, I was scared to death of him. On second thought, maybe he was human. He just had a grotesque face and an abnormally large body, not to mention a zombie-like disposition. He was horrifying. He had the limp body of a girl tossed over his shoulder. He walked over to the blood-covered table at the center of the room and violently threw her down onto it. Letting out a moan of agony, she came to. My god, she was still alive. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Is this? Shit, what's her fuck from, Mayu's chapter? Nana, thank you, yes. Is it Nana? Didn't she have, like, a little bow in her hair? Her legs had been severed at the— It's Nana. That answers it. Yep. Looks like it could be. Nope, it's confirmed. The fact that she doesn't have her fucking legs. That's Nana. Like, completely cut off. How can anyone do something like that? I think so. Nope, it's her. That's for sure her. I was gonna say, and it's terrible too, but like, when she started screaming, it hurts. I was like, that sounds familiar. Like, the voice sounds familiar. It hurt. Just put her out of her misery, please. The man straddled the girl and tied both her arms into metal restraints attached to the table. No. What was he planning to do to her? Do they ever say why they even do any of this in the first place? As in like chopping up the kids down here in the murder room? No, at some point she was bringing friends for her mom, right? I think that's what this still is because Yoshi, I think is Sachiko's mother's name, at first was like, I'm so lonely, please bring me children, and so Sachiko did, and then her mom didn't want that anymore, but then she went back to being like, yes, do it, because she lost her fucking mind, because after so many years, like, who wouldn't? So I think this is still, like, repeating of that, but, you know, for the same reasons, but a little more twisted. At least that is my understanding of why this is still happening. I thought so, but I wasn't sure if there was something else too. There may be, but I think that's what it is, from what I am remembering of everything that, like, we have done and seen so far. But if somebody else knows something and would like to let us know, please do. A lot has been happening. He was coming this way. No, please, no. The man passed right by the standing closet, instead turning his attention toward the nearby corner of the room where he began rummaging through a toolbox. He was utterly careless about it, tossing aside any tools he didn't need. Hammers and drills were clanging on the ground with some sliding under the table. Each time a tool fell, he'd bend down and scoop it up. If I had hid it under that table, I absolutely would have been found just now. Yeah, we already know. Before long, he pulled out a large pair of pliers. Returning to the girl's side, he once again stepped up to the table. Oh shit, he's gonna rip her teeth out, yo! Oh, fuck! Oh, no! Oh, no! Give me your teeth! What is he gonna do with those exactly? He's gonna rip out her teeth, girl! Get on my level! Wordlessly, the enormous beast clamped down on the squirming girl's cheek and squeezed— oh, he's just ripping her face off. Never mind. I'm out, boys! Later, Daniel. No, stay. Please, stay. Then, as far as I was able to determine from the vantage point, he forced her mouth open and shoved the pliers inside. Nope, he's definitely ripping her teeth out. Oh no, she doesn't need her teeth. Nope. Oh, so not her teeth. No, her teeth. He readjusted his grip on the handle, then skillfully began opening the two metal prongs while simultaneously pushing them down her throat. No, stop! Tongue. Yep, nope, that makes sense too. Yep. Finally, grasping the girl's tongue with his pliers, the man suddenly yanked his arm upward in one single, powerful movement, tearing it from her mouth. Let's just take a moment— sorry. Let's just take a moment to acknowledge how strong you would have to be to just rip a tongue out. Like, woof. I heard the sound of her mouth frothing over, and after a moment of squirming, all her movements ceased completely. That's when I lost it. Tears were streaming down my face, and I began peeing myself uncontrollably. Urine was pooling along the bottom of the cabinet. No! Stop! I frantically contracted my stomach, forcing myself to stop peeing. If any of it leaked out from here and gave my position away, I'd be a goner for sure. Welcome back, buddy. He lives. He's giant though, right? I mean, no, he's definitely, like, he's a big guy, and so, like, he would have the strength to be able to do it. I'm just like, woof. Nope, I'm still out. Daniel, no. My stomach immediately fought the sudden denial with a painful cramp. Please don't do this now. The man tossed the severed tongue into an aluminum bucket at his feet, then roughly threw the pliers back into the toolbox with an ear-splitting clatter. He grabbed the bucket containing the tongue and slowly disappeared from the room. It's safe to come out, Daniel, I promise. Somebody had just died out there. I was in shock. What I'd seen had literally scared the piss out of me. I didn't think that ever actually happened. I had to get out of this room. If I stayed here until he came back, and if he found my hiding place, I could easily be the next one to die on that table. Slowly and shakily, I opened the cabinet doors and re-emerged. Kayshurrr, be weird for being able to deal with this. Are we too desensitized? Well, I can't speak for you, Ella. But, I don't know. I've always kind of, I mean, like, when I was a kid, I couldn't deal with it much, but I was also a child. By the time I hit my teens and, like, you know, got out of high school, I could handle this kind of stuff pretty easily. Like, I don't want to say in person because it makes it sound like I was hanging out with torturers and shit like that. But for context, which I think I'd, like, have previously vaguely mentioned, but kept it very vague, my very first job out of high school was working at an iBank, as in a nonprofit, company that, recovered, tissues, ocular tissues, eyeballs, for transplant and research purposes. So I mean, like, I actively worked with cadavers and donors and the deceased and stuff like that, and I got some pretty gnarly cases, which, you know, like, some really gnarly cases sometimes. And it never bothered me. I think I only had one case where I almost threw up, and that was just because it was an older gentleman who had not, you know, taken care of his hygiene very well, because he was very, very old. And then I had one other case that, like, was emotionally really intense. But aside from that, all the stuff I dealt with did not bother me at all. And so, you know, whatever. This is why I couldn't go into medicine. No, and it's fair. It's one of those things where it's like, I mean, dealing with, like, the deceased or dealing with bodily fluids, because for some people it's not even necessarily, like, the fact that somebody's, like, passed away. Empathic pain and irrational fear of the dead. Oh, you're one of those. No, that's fine. I mean, it is not for everyone. And I fully acknowledge that, but there's some of us who just can do it. So to answer your question, Ella, I don't think there's anything, like, inherently wrong with us, and I wouldn't necessarily say we're desensitized either. I wanted to be a doctor. I can handle things. And I mean, like, you think you can. Yeah, some people find it too hard and some people are able to. I mean, no, that's fair. The torture things is where I clock out. That is, again, very, very fair. In situations like this, I don't know, it doesn't bother me too much, but that's just because, like, I mean, with, like, Corpse Party, it's animated. It's not real. And there's enough of a what's the word I'm trying to find here? There's enough distance between it and real life for me, especially as somebody who has seen, not necessarily the results of torture, because I haven't, but who knows what, like, a person looks like when they're dead. Things don't bother me too much. There have been very few, like, especially in, like, horror movies and stuff like that, there have been very few, like, torture scenes or things like that that have really gotten to me. But, I don't know. You get that, but, like, autopsies, you would have to do things you wouldn't normally have to do. Yeah, I mean, like, autopsies can be very, very invasive. I think I can, I don't know, having to recover ocular tissues for the very first time was wild. And was very weird. And I don't want to say it was traumatic, because again, for me it wasn't, but like listening to some of the other the recovery technicians that I worked with at the time, when they said that they had to, like, you know, they did their first recovery, they were like, it was weird and I almost vomited. It's like, oh wow, okay. Because eyeballs are squishy and just weird in and of themselves. Anyway, that's my whole rant on this. Again, full understanding for people who can't, I don't want to say deal with it, because again, that sounds like I'm downplaying it, but full understanding for people who don't have the stomach for these kinds of things. That is completely fair and normal. For those of us who can deal with it, probably normal. Depends on your reasoning. No, they did not just give you an ice cream scoop. They don't. That's not how eyeballs work. You got 4 muscles and the ocular nerve you gotta get through. So unless you're sharpening that ice cream scoop a lot, it's not gonna work. The only one I couldn't do is crack the ribs. It just means you can deal with it. Yeah, I mean, I think there is, well, disconnect from reality, but I have a very low pain endurance that I just imagined and cringy. But went and was standing in surgery with my uncle. I was cool. No, that's fair. Some people can't, and that's not bad at all. That is perfectly normal, right? Like, yeah, no, it's definitely, like, again, fully understanding from, like, from all sides of things. I don't know. So, told Emmy this earlier today, but today is my 4-year anniversary for the surgery that I had to go and do, which is pretty exciting. And I personally have a very high pain tolerance. And so, I don't know. Razor sharp ice cream scoop, I'm here for it. Even then, you would still have to, like, hack away at it. I'm telling you, that optic nerve is hard to get through, my dudes. We had big ass scissors for when we had to do, like, whole globe recoveries. Because usually, so, again, to clarify the job that I did, as a recovery technician for an eye bank, we primarily just took the corneas, so that, like, clear part on the front of your eye. That's primarily what we took. So we would have to, like, cut it away from the rest of the globe, as we would call it, and just recover that portion. We would only ever take the whole eye, for, like, research purposes, or eyes that we knew, like, we couldn't use for transplantation because of age, or health conditions or things like that. So taking the whole globe was a lot less common. No, Andrew, it has been 4 years. 4 years today. Surprise, we've known each other for a very long time now, my friend. But yeah, I can talk more about, I mean, have you seen an optic nerve before? I have. They thick. There's something glass inside the eye, so it's super hard to get. Are you, oh, well, there's the lens, like the and I can't remember the name of it right now because I'm vaguely not drunk, but definitely starting to border on tipsy. But there's like the lens, which is like this huge, like this fairly thick, gelatinous, like solid gelatinous piece where the light refracts through, which can be replaced with glass for like cataract surgery and stuff like that. Eyes are squishy, but they don't pop. Yeah, no, they don't pop. That's the guts, because the sclera, the white of the eye, the thing that makes up the majority of the eye, is very thick and hard and rubbery. Anywho, I'm gonna move on from this conversation. If people want to hear about it more, I can talk about it later. But now you know. I used to cut open eyeballs for a living. It was pretty dope. I loved that job. The only reason I left that particular job was because it was an on-call job, and I was still doing school at the time, and it wasn't great. Anywho. Yeah. Oh, yikes. Hey, Nana. Aw, she broke her teeth. The girl still is aboard. She almost looked alive, albeit gravely wounded, but her mannequin-like lack of any motion whatsoever said it all. I stared at this fresh corpse and just felt so many conflicting emotions welling up inside me. I exited the room, fighting back more screams from the pit of my stomach that seemed insistent on coming out. Lol. No. No, what is this place? If I'm dreaming, somebody wake me up, please. Anything will pop if you apply enough pressure. I don't know, some things just stop existing. But I knew it wasn't a dream. I accepted that this place was real, even though it differed greatly from any reality I'd ever known before. My brain was quickly nearing its breaking point. A stupefying fog clouded my mind's circuits. No. No, help me, please. Days passed in this sweltering, isolated bunker. I couldn't even say how many. And almost with her dark vision have a lining inside the eye that bounces the light around more, allowing them to see with less light. Makes things blurry, though. Hashtag biology facts. I like biology facts. But yeah. Eyeballs are weird, man. I mean, the whole of human anatomy is fucking wild. But, like, eyes are so bizarre in how they function in order to allow us to see the world around us. Anywho. My cell phone battery ran out after a while, and my watch died too. I was lost, completely. But I never stopped looking for Naho. I hadn't eaten anything. I hadn't drunk anything. And I'd slept so many times I couldn't even begin to estimate how long I'd been trapped here. Yeah, that's why animal eyes shine in the dark when you shine a flashlight at them, and human eyes don't. Sorry for the topic. No, Ella, don't apologize. It's fine. I like talking about stuff. I'm here for it. Yeah, like, it's totally cool. Like, I don't mind, like, going on tangents and stuff. Like, I am very much here for it. I also just don't want to, like, rant too much about it. I'm still at that weird point with, like, the streaming and everything where I'm like, people tune in to, like, listen to me? You tune in to talk to me? What? So, trying to, like, work myself out of that whole, like, people don't want to hear me talk about random shit, because apparently you do, so here we are. Let me go on a tangent about how I used to cut out eyes for a living. Yeah. Anywho. I'm here for it. At some point, I can... Like, I'm still trying to find out, or figure out extra stuff to, put into our channel points, to give us more things to redeem for, if we want, if you guys are interested in it, because it's been pointed out to me many a time that I've got, like, a lot of wild-ass stories that I can share. We can do... I can add a redemption thing for, like, random Acacia fact or something like that if we want. Mom gave the chocolate, not from Naho at the concert? Correct. I keep forgetting it isn't just us hanging out. I mean, it pretty much is us just hanging out, let's be real. There just happen to be a bunch of other people here too, and we can't see each other. Well, y'all can see me, but I can't see you. But no, seriously, if people have, like, suggestions for things that we can redeem channel points on, let me know. And just in general, like, suggestions for things that you guys like or want to see, things like that. I'm here for it. Yeah. Anyway. The chocolate my mom gave me was still in my pocket, but I couldn't bring myself to eat it. I felt like it represented an important bond between me and her. Don't hiss at me. Sir, I live with 6 cats in the household. You mean nothing. Our friendship will last forever. It will never die. I'm all down for the knowledge. Cool. I mean, I can add, like I said, I can add, like, if people are interested in knowing more about me, I can do, like, a random Acacia fact or something like that. I could probably, like, incorporate some of my school stuff this next semester and do it. See, you can learn along with me. No. Ella hisses back. Right, though? That would be my response. No. Oh. Oh, yikes. Save me, please. Big woof. Yummy. Is that the end of the chapter? We only got the one choice this chapter? Okay. Shangri-La! Chapter 5 is now playable. What time is it? 7:48? Fuck. I got the achievements and to the friends and used and discarded. We have 3 chapters left. Alright. We might be able to get this finished, or very close to finish this next weekend. If they're all as short as this one, because we got that done in, I'd say probably like 2.5 hours. So we've got 12 minutes. It's not enough time to start a new chapter, even if it's just to start getting through the beginning stuff. Yeah, I'm just trying to think of, like, if there's anything else we can do for the time being, and I don't think there is. So yeah, I guess that's the Purgatory chapter for Corpse Party Book of Shadows. We will pick this back up this next weekend. Tell us a story. What do you want to hear? I got lots of stories. Well, I guess I mentioned it a couple of times. Oh, thank you, Tad, for the hydrate reminder. I have a whole other bottle of water here. Cool. Well, here's a story about Dumbass Acacia. Because I think I briefly mentioned it during us watching Train to Busan earlier. A couple years ago, maybe it's been like 3 years now? Shit, has it been 3 years? Fuck. Anyway, Jody and I, my BFF Jody, we went to a metal festival together up in Wisconsin. And it was super fantastic, wonderful, super dope. The very first day, We got there fairly early, set up our tent, super fantastic and wonderful, and then got into the actual, like, fest area. Mind you, this was a 3-day concert, started on Friday. Redeem lose the glasses while I'm, like, telling a story? I mean, I can. Give me a second, let me pull up my timer. Got 5 minutes for me to just not wear my glasses so I can be blind as a bat. There we go. 5 minutes on the clock. Anyway, we get to this festival. We saw like 1 or 2 sets at this point, but it's still like super early in the day. And we go to get some food. And I mean, like, at this point, we had seen a couple of sets. I had been in a few mosh pits, totally fine, didn't hurt myself, shockingly, because I go hard in those things. And we're walking down this hill, and I've got €1 because I want to fucking eat some lamb. And I trip in a hole and roll my ankle, which at first wasn't too terrible. Be blind, you're terrible, Daniel. I love you. You're wonderful. Anyway, didn't feel too terrible at first. Wasn't great. And then I tried to stand up and realized I couldn't stand up immediately. So I sat on the hill after, you know, Jody was kind of sitting there being like, yo, you cool? I hobble back the 1.5 miles to our campsite to try and get a good look at my ankle, which at that point I had basically just like hopped on 1 foot all the way back. And decided in all my, you know, first aid training that I had at that point, that just shoving my my skinny jeans into my boots and lacing those up and putting a cold beer on it would be fine. And keep me, you know, going for at least the rest of the day. Ended up hobbling around on that thing all weekend for all 3 days in many a mosh pit. I get back on that following Monday from the concert after, again, 3 days of moshing, 6 hours of driving back home, and, you know, get home and go to take a shower, and after looking at my ankle, realize it is 3 times the size it should be, and basically from like about an inch above where my ankle is to about midway down my foot was basically just black from a giant bruise. I iced it for a couple of days. And just figured I'd be fine. It was not fine after almost a week of being back from this concert and having my foot be nigh unusable. I finally went to the doctor and was like, yo, can you look at this? I had apparently tore the tendon, like one of the main tendons in my foot, and my doctor was very mad at me, to say the least. Oopsies! So to you know, remind you of how pain tolerant I am, I moshed on a torn tendon for 3 days. That was cool. Also, I'm a dumbass. Don't do the things I do. I'm terrible. And that was super great too, because that was Jody's first festival, my second festival, and it was super wonderful. Power move though, right? Yeah, no, it kept being one of those things, like, by the end of the day, all of me was so sore that I just, like, you know, ignored the pain in my foot, was like, it's fine, and then just kept putting, like, ice cold beers on it and being like, this is fine. I don't actually have an ice pack or anything. Who needs a working leg anyways? We have 2 legs. No, these are all facts. Well, and it's like, I mean, we had discussed potentially going to the to the medic tent to, like, I don't know, get like a boot or something, which, oh yeah, my doctor ended up prescribing me a boot for 4 months after that. That was cool. Yeah, no, Jody and I talked about going to the medic tent, and as we kind of, like, because from where we were like on a hill that kind of oversaw the majority of like the main portion of the festival grounds. And we could see the medic tent, and there was already a huge ass line forming outside of it. And I was just like, nah, we good. I know how to administer first aid. Let's just go back to the tent and call it good. But that ain't metal, right? Let me just destroy my body. So then, hey, 5 minutes is up. That means I can put my glasses back on. And can actually read chat now. Torn ligament is metal. Facts, though. Also, please be careful if you go to festivals or concerts or anything. Don't destroy your body, because it will bite you in the ass later on in life. But yeah, so after that happened, the next year, previous year, we went to, where was it? North Carolina for a festival, which was really, really cool. And the entire time, Jody and I were both just being like, let's not have me hurt myself. Didn't end up hurting myself. Did pass out from heat stroke, though. That was fun. Anyway, that's one of the many stories I have about myself. A mama kiss with Kieran. Too bad my mama wasn't there. She wanted to be, though. So one of the bands that was headlining was Tool, which is like one of the bands that I like grew up with, and my mom like absolutely adored and stuff. And she was bummed that she couldn't go, but it was probably for the best because she did not need to see the mess that I was that weekend. But yeah, there's your second Kayshurrr story of the night. Oh no, I definitely learned my lesson, and I've been much, much more careful at the festivals that I've been going to and all the concerts I've been going to. I'm usually, like, pretty on top of it as far as, like, you know, making sure that I'm cool, and that everyone around me is cool. But and it was, like, oh my god, I would love to see a concert. It was phenomenal. I can't stress how wonderful it was. Yeah. But yeah, it's one of those, like, I'm usually the mom friend who's making sure that everyone's okay and, like, taking care of stuff, but there are times where I just make mistakes. And like I said, it wasn't even like I was, like, going too hard or anything, like, in a mosh. It was literally, we were walking down the hill after getting food to go refill our water bottles at the water station, and there happened to be this giant-ass hole that was, like, covered with grass that I didn't see, and I stepped in it and rolled my ankle. The, like, most mundane fucking thing I could have done in a metal concert. What a rude hole, though, right? Right? Did they not know I had a bunch of shows I had to go check out? It was really great. I think that was the same festival that I went and saw, like, Butcher Babies at, and Anti-Flag was there, which was really, really neat. You could say he was an a-hole. Hey. Perfect. Anywho, we will call it there because it's basically 8 o'clock here now, which is my 3 hours of streaming. Thank you everyone for coming out and hanging out. I appreciate it as always. It's always fun to talk to everyone and share fun games with them, and also just go on random rants with y'all. Tomorrow is Monday. My schedule's all whack now because I'm not in school, so I don't know what's going on anymore. Tomorrow is Monday, so I will be streaming around 6 p.m. Central. I think we'll probably try and, like, work on some more Doom. Get that done. Lucario! You showed up too late, my dude, I'm sorry. You're welcome. I mean, thanks for the stream. It was super cool. Ha ha ha, Daniel, so funny. No, but I'll probably play more Doom tomorrow, unless we want to start. We still have to decide if we want to play Bloodborne or Dark Souls first. I am fine, Ikario. Thank you for asking. I think everyone else is doing good. At least that's what everyone sounded like. Well, there's one for Bloodborne and there's one for Dark Souls. Everyone's doing Dark Souls lately. I know, it's probably because, like, Demon Souls came out, so everyone's been freaking out about that, and if they hadn't played Dark Souls before, they needed to now, or, you know, vice versa, all that good shit. So, Bloodborne. More potential visibility. That's fair. No, we can do Bloodborne. That will be, my favorite game. I adore Bloodborne. Corpse Party. There is only Corpse Party. Corpse Party's our weekend game, though, Ella. We gotta do something during the weekdays. And the Souls games are nice, because you can just pick up and go. Well, it sounded like everybody wants Bloodborne, which is fine. I do have the... Excuse me. Bloodborne is Corpse Party from the other perspective. Right? That is not fully inaccurate. You are the murderer now. We can do that. I have it on console, so I'll have to double check to make sure that my my PS4 is up and functioning, which it should be. I don't know why it wouldn't. Because we'll probably do that. Except you kill bad monsters, though. Well, there are many corpses, and you can treat it like a party, so, you know. You know I'm here for you, so I don't care. Ella. So sweet. I know, but I'd still like to at least, like, if we're gonna have background noise while we're talking, it might as well be something that we're all interested in. Cool. Well, as soon as we're done with Doom, then we will probably play Bloodborne, from the sounds of it. I do want to do all the Souls games at some point, but that can hold off a little bit. So yeah, we'll call it there. Child's cries in the background. Perfect. Such a soothing sound. We'll call it there. I think it looks like... Daniel, you joined the Discord. Fantastic. I will drop the link there as well. For anyone else who may not be part of the Discord, there is a link to it. Come join us. We do streaming parties at least once a week. And yeah. Hey, more people. Sweet. I'll officially call it there. Thank you as always, guys, and we will see